How y'all doing today? It is the Pearl of Wisdom Show. Yo, how you doing, guys? Did you enjoy the fine hockey last night? Not too many games tonight. Wait, Bill is in the house. Jacket's in the house. Mercer's in the house. Woo! You like the bow tie? That's nice, eh? So what games did you guys watch last night? Apparently we got. Let me check my. Let me check here. Let me check. Plus, there we go. I got to see if we got our updated standings. We should. Oh, he didn't send them yet. He did them, but they haven't been sent yet. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to update the standings, I'm pretty sure. Joey Serrano in the house. Welcome. Yeah, good God. The Rangers, I really was surprised by that. I thought after going on a good run against New Jersey, they'd have a good showing, but they certainly did not have a good showing last night, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that game. Okay, so I think the big game for me last night was Toronto losing to Vancouver, though, again. That is weird. That is very weird. You go in, you got a team that just came off of COVID. They're talking about how they didn't think they were going to be ready to play and everything, and then boom. Really? Vegas can clinch the playoffs tonight? Wow. And against a team that, so that's just even more motivation for them to win that game. Uh, Back-to-back wins right after COVID. That's not like, it's just not good for the Leafs organization. They're going to have to really check themselves out and see what they can, like, they need to look at themselves to lose those two games. They weren't doing that great coming in either. So I'm really concerned for the Leafs, honestly. And Riddick, oh my gosh, he was bad last night. He let a couple of real groaners in. I was a little worried about Riddick going to the Leafs actually because he's not very good in pressure situations. He's a little bit over the top. What I mean, like he's an over the top, very emotional guy, and when he keeps his emotions in check, he's a good goaltender. But when he doesn't, it's not pretty. They will pass Montreal the way Montreal's playing. They got a tough one tonight against the Oilers. And a really tough game there against the Oilers tonight. Oilers are driven. They got to win. Everything is a must win for anybody that's in the playoffs right now. So that would be amazing if they did, though, right? Yeah, could potentially score big. You know, I thought he would have a better showing than that. Really disappointing loss. I mean, they're missing some players, but the Canucks should have been a really tired team. I wonder if they were playing a little game, saying that we're not ready, playing a little possum there. Trying to get odds on them making it. Yeah, I never even thought to check that out. I wonder what you would get, what kind of odds you could get on that. I bet you it would be like 1,000 to 1, something like that. I wouldn't doubt if it was like 1,000 to 1 for Vancouver to make the playoffs. Yeah, the Bruins played really well. Hall's looking really good in there. Um, I'm really happy for Tokarski to be able to play as well as he has. Tokarski's a guy that, if there's any guy that deserves that, if there's any guy that deserves to make it now and have a late bloomer career and stuff like that, it's Tokarski. He has been all over the place. He's been working on his craft. I've seen lots of interviews with Tokarski because his wife is a goaltender too. They're both goaltenders. So that's a lot of intrigue, and they get a lot of press because of it. 1 in 100,000 chance. Did you actually get those odds, or one in 100,000 chance? I don't know. That seems a little high. I mean, if they go on a really good run here, it doesn't take much to be able to. Well, it does take a lot, but I mean, it's possible. It's certainly possible they can go on a great run. You got the Penguins game almost right, did you? Well, we'll take a look at that. Yeah, it would be extremely unlikely, but yeah, very extremely unlikely. Let's take a look at that. What would it take for them to make it? Because they've got 8 games to make up. First of all, they pretty much got to win every game. They are 39 points they have. So let's say they win every game. That would be like 39, 49, 43. Yeah, they got to go Montreal. That's just their makeup games. They got 39 games, and we play in 56. So 39, 49, 17 games. I think they can only lose like 2 games there to make it. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely. Especially with the schedule that they're going to have to do here now. Their schedule is going to be insane. They're going to have back-to-backs all over the place. And yeah, pretty tough. If they even just make a good run, you should be pretty happy with that, I would say. But I would take the field on that one for sure. Or where is everybody? I would take the field on that one. Zach Bogosian got hurt. Yeah, they're starting to get a lot of injuries. Toronto now. Who are they playing next? Are they playing Vancouver again after this? I don't think so, right? Oh, they're playing Winnipeg after this. Oh my gosh. If you can't take a Vancouver team that's as beat up as they were, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to be taking Winnipeg. If they lose those two games, if Toronto loses their next two games and Winnipeg wins it, first of all, they'd be tied. Winnipeg would be tied for first. And what did they been their last 10? It doesn't say on here. Last 10, 5, 3, and 2. That would put them 500 now for their last 10 if they lose both of those to Winnipeg. And I mean, I would be looking towards Winnipeg for both of those games. I can't see. Toronto's now been on the road. They couldn't beat Vancouver, who was supposed to be tired. I don't know if they underestimated them. But, I mean, the second game, really, Rittich was the real reason. One thing I did notice with Toronto is they haven't played physical. They still need to be more physical than they are, especially against a team like Vancouver that was just coming off of COVID. They should have been crushing them. With the Islanders win, who puts who back in? Puts who back in second? And then you take out Zach Bogosian, and it doesn't get much better for Toronto. It doesn't get much easier. I do believe they have an easier schedule coming up, though, Toronto. Besides, after that, after they play Winnipeg, they got 2 games, and they should be. Let me look at the next. After that, after that they go to Montreal. They get a couple days off. They go to Montreal, at Montreal, and then home to Vancouver again. So Vancouver's got to play them twice more times yet. Yeah, well, I mean, you might as well. I mean, if he's going to play like he did last night, you're going to really regret picking up Rittich because you're not going to be playing him for sure. And Rittich has had his issues of inconsistency. So I don't know. I suppose they're going to have to work with him and see what they can do to like they're going to have their goaltending coaches work for him. Toronto seems to have John. By the way, John, welcome to the live. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I should say stream. Somebody said say stream, not live. Rasmussen D played last night. Yeah, I hardly noticed him, which isn't good. Well, I guess it's kind of good. He didn't make any terrible mistakes, but did you notice him out there last night? Okay, it looks like we got everybody in here. I'm going to start looking at games last night. I got to get you guys up here. I wonder, can you hear that? I should turn this down. Okay, I got you up on the stream on my phone so I can see you guys. Thanks for all hitting the like button. That's awesome. We need that. How did you think of Sandin? Do you think he played well last night? Anybody else watch that? Yeah, the Islanders, you know what? They weren't playing well the last couple of games, but they were getting it done still, and that's just what the Islanders do. Like they're working in people in the lineup, and like other great teams, Boston and Pittsburgh. That people, there's a lot of teams in that division that do this. They just find ways to win. Whether it be play really defensive, things aren't working very well, but just don't make stupid mistakes. That's the thing about the Islanders is they very seldom make stupid mistakes. You played good. That's good because that's huge for Toronto, right? If they can get Sandin going. So let's look at the games tomorrow. Sorry, from yesterday. I got our picks here. We'll see who got what. I'm waiting for Hockey News reports to come in again. He said he updated all the standings, but he didn't send them to me. So hopefully he sends them to me, and then after the break, I'll show you. I hear the standings are looking pretty cool right now. The first game we'll look at is the first game we'll look at is Bruins versus the Sabres, and the Sabres could have won this by a lot more for sure. The Sabres played a really good game. I would not want to play the Sabres in the first round, that's for sure. They had Marchand, and Marchand scored another one, 24, quietly scoring 24 goals this year. Marchand does that. Like, you don't really notice that he's rocking it, but he's always rocking it. One of the most consistent ever. That's probably why we're so used to him being good, or I am, that I kind of forget how good he is. Lazar got an assist last night. That was a neat goal that Connor Clifton got. That's what Boston needs more than anything. CL, yes. They need those bottom line scoring. How are they doing for ice time with Hall now? 15 minutes. See, that's more like where Hall probably needs to be, somewhere in that area. He had 6 shots on goal last night. DeBrusk had 7. I thought DeBrusk played a good game last night. One of his better games. He didn't get any points for it, but I thought he played one of his better games last night for sure. Charlie Coyle played a good game. There's a guy you don't hear much about is Charlie Coyle. He is huge for that lineup, a third line center. He's found his niche there in Boston, I think. CL in the house. Grizzlick was back in the lineup last night. 21 minutes he played right out of the... And Riley playing 21 minutes, so they got a few more veterans now playing. Zaboril's playing down lower in the lineup where he should be. And then McAvoy and Connor Clifton played a lot of minutes. What was the shots on that game? 41-32 Boston. Lots of shots on Tokarski, who still put up some really nice numbers. He's putting up good numbers this season. Yeah, he did. So the score was 2-0. And I had 3-2. Anybody have 2? Nobody had 2-0. A lot of people had the Bruins. Jacket was the only one to take the Sabres? No. Serrano and Weichel took the Sabres 5-1. He went right off the board there last night or yesterday. Didn't work out, but it didn't work out for sure. I can kind of see why you would take the Sabres there. A really good best bet. No, he didn't have the Sabres last night. I thought he did because in his video he had a Sabres player right in the front, and that's usually his best bet. That's why he calls himself Best Bet Ed. Ristolainen had 23 minutes. He's playing the kids a lot. Bjork. Middlestat still getting lots of minutes. Didn't put up numbers last night, but he's getting lots of minutes. 20 minutes a night. He's just rolling with them, trying to get his... Oh, no, we're going to get to that. That ticked me off for sure. H&R, if you can toss me those updated standings, that would be awesome, man. But big win for the Bruins. I should put that up here, but the standings as well, because this is standings time now for sure. That put them fairly solidly into fourth. The Rangers lost. That was a huge game, and they just crapped the bed. I think they thought they were playing New Jersey. They got used to playing a soft team like New Jersey, and the Islanders came in and say, no, we're not New Jersey over here. Anyways, solidly in fourth. If I was Washington, I would be really, if the Washington wins. If I'm actually hoping right now I come in second, because I wouldn't want to play Boston in the playoffs. His name is Hauser. He's the backup for the Bruins. He's not very good, obviously, because they're not playing him ever. Yeah, you can't trust the Pens. The Pens are one of those teams that we were talking about, like the Islanders, Boston. They just come through with wins. You notice I don't say Washington when I say that, because I find that Washington, that's what's missing. Although they did win a cup. Barry Trotz was there and had them set, but before Trotz and after Trotz, they just don't. A lot of times they just don't find ways to win. In fact, more often than not, I think they find ways to lose, actually. Okay, let's go to the next game. Yeah, that's the crazy one. I had Pittsburgh PL here. They were up 6-0, and I was like, okay, it's all going to be good. No worries. Turned it off. Didn't pay attention at all. Turned it back, and I think it was... Okay, they scored 6 goals in a row, right? And I think I turned it back, and it was 6-3. And I was like talking to one of my friends, and I said, okay, that's enough for New Jersey now. I need my PL. And we all laughed, and we thought, oh, that's the funniest thing in the land. And then Crosby scored, and we're like, okay. So I turned it off. And then I didn't even turn it back on till the end of after the end of the game. I thought this is over for sure. And then somebody on my Patreon messaged me and said, what the heck is going on with Pittsburgh? That's like a football score. I never saw anything like it. And I'm like, what? And I said, yeah, New Jersey didn't really have it. I guess they just, they've kind of mailed it in. So I went and looked at the score for the heck of it. And I was like, oh my God, that is insane. New Jersey's done that a few times this year, though. They do it to Washington all the time. Washington will be up like 5-2, and they'll come back and score a couple in the third. But this one's unprecedented. Some cool things about that game. Nolan Foote scored, I think it was his first goal in the NHL. They got him from Tampa Bay in the Coleman trade. I like Merkley a lot for New Jersey. He's really playing well. And then Jack Hughes scored. I think Jack Hughes next year is going to have a huge year. I really like Jack Hughes. He just hasn't put it all together yet. They need to get some line mates for him. And then Nathan Sebastian with the nice little tip in. I did see that one. It was going wide, and he stuck his stick out. And, of course, we've got the whole thing with Jari. Jari. Should he have stopped? Is it his fault necessarily? That's what we say with goaltenders. No, but he's not a guy that stops a lot of the ones, even the ones that maybe, okay, you can say, well, it's not really his fault. The great goaltenders, it's not about fault. They just stop pucks, and he's just not a great goaltender right now. And they didn't go out and get one, and I think in the playoffs, that's going to be their undoing for sure. Siegenthaler played 20 minutes. That was a move I was talking about, that, nice little move that Washington picked up Siegenthaler there, or picked him up from Washington, and I thought that was an excellent move. I still think that's going to work out really well for them. And Wedgwood put up, what was his shots on goal? 30-32. So both of them put up horrible numbers. Wedgwood was a .692, and then Dell came in and did better. Go Sabres, go, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the Sabres do next year. Now that they have things rolling a little bit, they sort of have a little better idea what their team is like with confidence. I know one thing, there was a lot of talk of them trading Middlestat, but I don't think they'll be doing that now for sure. He's looked really good. There's been a lot of players that have looked like just so much better since he came in, since Granato came in for sure. So Nolan Patrick got hurt again, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. I can't stay out. You know all the plans? Yeah, of course you do, Terry Pagula. What's your daughter doing? Where's she playing tennis this year? Now, when's her next tournament? For Pittsburgh, Cody Cece's still getting 20 minutes a night, big minutes, and he actually looks really good. Never thought I would say that, but I have to admit, he has looked really good. Anyways, Pittsburgh did get the win, and it did keep pace with Boston, who's going on their tying tail there. 3 points back with 2 games in hand. What does Pittsburgh's schedule look? Pittsburgh and Boston's schedule look now like? I know Pittsburgh plays a lot of games against Buffalo and against New Jersey. They got all their tough games out of the way already. Is that right? Pittsburgh's playing, okay, the New Jersey 2 more times and then Boston. That'll be a huge game on a back-to-back. And Boston, I believe, plays the Islanders a couple times here now. No, sorry. They're playing Buffalo. So they've got 2 more games against Buffalo and then play Pittsburgh on a back-to-back. Those are games both of them got to win. New Jersey better not be Pittsburgh better not be selling New Jersey short for the next 2 games, because I think Buffalo is going to have a pretty tough time beating Boston right now. They're playing with confidence. They have everybody back. With Rask in net, I guess he won't be playing for both of those. So one of those will be Swayman, and we all know how Swayman has been. So that is going to be very interesting. I have a feeling Boston is going to be ahead of Pittsburgh by the end of this week. Yeah, Cody Cece was bad with the Leafs. That's why I thought when they picked him up, I was like, what's going on there? Why are you picking him up? But Sullivan is a great coach. They have great assistant coaches there in Pittsburgh. And they worked with him to simplify his game, obviously, because he's playing a very simplified game now. And he's looking really good. Next game, well, not much to talk about that. The Islanders and the Rangers. And I was really surprised by this. Shesterkin got lit up. And I didn't know this. I had another guy from Patreon. Can't trust Pittsburgh, yeah. Well, I think you can trust them to find ways to win a lot, but their roster is not really that good. They don't have a very good looking roster. They're doing a lot with very little. But the Islanders found a way to win last night for sure, and they found ways to get pucks past Shesterkin. In fact, Shesterkin was in for all of the goals, so they left Shesterkin in. Islanders caught up. Who got their new guys got an assist here and there. They still haven't. Zajac got an assist, and Palmieri got an assist. But it was mostly their regular guys that lit it up. Beauvillier potting a couple. That's huge for them. Pajot gets his 13th. Beauvillier got 3 points. And Bailey was back in the lineup, and that helps a lot. Hey, Go Caps. How you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live. So, yeah, the Rangers just took a crap kick in last. One thing, Trouba got hurt last night. That's not good. And Potato was in. Potato was -3. Potato and Smith, did they have them together there? That's an ugly combination. No, Philadelphia does not make the playoffs this year. I can't see it. I can't see it. Their new guys, Palmieri had 15 minutes, playing him 15 minutes. That seems to be the number for coaches when they have new guys before they establish where they're going to play. Zajac only had 11 minutes. He is getting up there, though. The real chosen one. Blackhawks. No, I don't like the Blackhawks today. I'm sticking with Nashville. They're getting tired, I think the Blackhawks. They got a lot of young guys that have never played in the league before. And you put a tough schedule with COVID. I'm not a big fan of that. So, yeah, let's look at the standings now after that. The Islanders moved ahead of still stayed ahead of Pittsburgh, I should say. They're now even with Washington with the same amount of games played. Boston could do some damage here. They're only 4 points back. They beat Buffalo twice, and they're right back in it. What's the Islanders' schedule looking like now? The Islanders are playing the Capitals twice now. Wow. Boston could feasibly be pretty close to or even in first place by the end of the week with their schedule compared to the Islanders. With the way they beat up the Rangers, that Washington game tomorrow is going to be something to watch for sure. Okay, so, and we don't need to look at, oh yeah, the Rangers. We could look at the Rangers. The Rangers after that game now are quite a bit, they're 6 points behind Boston. They got a lot of catching up to do. Very young team, probably not going to make her in. You ask about Philadelphia. They got a game in hand, but 47 points. They've got 9 points to make up. Yeah, they're not making it. No way. Not the way they're playing. They have to win like way too many games. They got to win like 17 of their next 20 games or something like that to even have a chance, probably. And I can't see that happening. No, I definitely cannot. All right, let's go to the next game then. Hurricanes versus the Lightning, and yeah, just this one, I was surprised they went back-to-back with Vasilevsky, but I did have the Canes yesterday. I thought they were going to throw McElhinney in, and they didn't. 6-0 versus Chicago, yeah. they've got Chicago's number. Nashville plays a very defensive game. If you play a trap against Chicago, you're probably going to do pretty good against them. They got to be flying. They got to be. You keep them to the outside. Let them get shots from the outside. Don't let them shoot from the slot. Avatar, welcome to the live. Awesome, man. Thanks for coming into the stream. We're just talking about Carolina and I didn't do the scores. The Devils and the Penguins. Nobody had. I gotta remember this. I had 6-3 Pens. Nobody had 7-6, so there's not even. Most of us all got 2 points. I had 6-3 Pens, which it was at one time. Mercer had 5-4 Pens. Avatar had 5-3. Did have the over on that. Bill had 6-2. There's some people right around there, but who's going to think 7-6? Nobody. The Islanders versus the Rangers. Nobody had 6-1, I'm sure. Sasha had 5-2 Rangers. I had the Rangers. A lot of people had the Rangers. There was only 3 people that had the Islanders. Mercer, Serrano, and Avatar caught up in points big time there. Hockey News Reports, I hope you're still there. I'll check my inbox here. Let me refresh my inbox. Still not in there yet. Yeah, so Carolina won. Carolina outplayed Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is still not playing great. Steven Lorentz, if you watch this guy, I love this guy. He's one of my faves in the land right now. I really love watching him play. What a great freaking pickup. I don't even know where he came from, but he's like your consummate. He's probably going to move up the lineup, I think. Rangers doing you dirty, yeah, for sure. And they got so much character in that lineup. Jordan Martinook had a big scrap yesterday. Did you see that? I can't remember who it was against. Who did he fight against? Goudreau. Yeah, he had a scrap against Goudreau. Yeah, I had the Rangers too. So good thing for me, I only had like small, but I had the Rangers too. Jordan Stahl scored another one. He had a great season. Nino Niederreiter got back on the board again. He's really streaky, so we'll see if he can go on a run because he scored most of his goals in the beginning of the season, and then like usual, he falls off the map, and then maybe hopefully he'll come for Carolina's sake. He comes back again. There's just a whole lot of players. The whole team in Tampa Bay is just not in sync. And I guess that has a lot to do with Stamkos and Kucherov not being there. You gotta figure, but they still got enough talent on that team that they should be putting up They should be putting up a lot better effort than they are. Victor Hedman did get the most minutes last night. Savard was getting the most minutes before their new acquisition. Savard's got to be kind of wondering what happened. I go from Columbus Blue Jackets where we're losing all the time there, and I come to Tampa and we're losing all the time here now. Is there something with me? We keep on talking about Sergachev being a Norris caliber defenseman, but they never give him Norris caliber minutes. He's only getting 18 minutes there in Tampa Bay, and Cooper does that a lot with him for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, we'll see what the Rangers do for the rest, but that was a big win for them, and they kind of had to have it, and they didn't. They certainly didn't. I think maybe they got a little overconfident coming off all those wins against New Jersey, and or the Islanders got in their head or something. I don't know, but it wasn't a good game. And Shesterkin didn't have his best game for sure. That doesn't happen very often. But apparently the Islanders hit Shesterkin quite a bit. So we'll look at now the standings for the Carolina. The Central is so tight right now. Didn't they jump ahead? Yeah, they're first now. Tampa's 3 points back of Carolina, and Carolina has a game in hand. Florida is ahead of them, and Nashville won't be able to catch Tampa. So even if they play poorly the rest of the way, as long as it's not too poorly, they'll make the playoffs. But they got to play way better than they are. Which leads us to the next game. And first of all, 4-1 Hurricanes. That's what it was, right? 4-1 Hurricanes. Probably somebody had that. Serrano had the Bolts. Everybody else had the Canes. Oh, I had 5-1 Canes. I thought there was not a 4-1 there. Jacket had 4-2 Canes. He was close. CL had 3-2 Canes. Mercer had 5-2 Canes. And the Avatar had 3-1. So we were all over the target, but we didn't hit it. The next game, just one sec. I keep on getting a message here. The next game was Panthers and Blue Jackets, and the Blue Jackets are done. Let's look at the score. Did anybody have 5-1? I think somebody could have, actually. Somebody could have got 5-1 on this game. I wouldn't doubt it at all. No, I had 5-2. All around the target. Serrano had the Jackets. Everybody else had the Panthers. We had 4-2 by Bill T. 5-3 by Mercer. But nobody had 5-1. But the Blue Jackets are done. Simple as that. Now it's just a question, really, of whether Tortorella will be there next year. I'm thinking probably not. I don't know. I know that Kekalainen really thinks highly of Tortorella. So it's possible maybe he could just say, you know what, we lost a lot of players. Let's give him another chance here. We'll try to add a few more pieces and see how it goes next year. Always someone close. Lorne! We haven't seen Lorne in a long time. Everybody hype in the chat for Lorne. So the big really news about the Florida Panthers is how well Sam Bennett is playing ever since he went to Florida. He asked to be traded from Calgary. He wanted to play higher in the lineup, and they're giving him a chance to play with Huberdeau and Duclair, and they are rocking. He got 2 goals last night. He's looking confident. He's looking fantastic. He's looking like he believes in himself. And then Ryan Longberg scored a goal last night, and I probably had a fight, I would imagine. He's like the closest thing we've seen to an actual pugilist in quite some time. The character in this Florida lineup is awesome. Did he have a fight? Yes, he had a fight last night. Wow, who did he fight against? Sherwood, who doesn't play very often. So he gave the kid a chance to make a name for himself, stay in the lineup there with Columbus. What a disaster in Columbus, though. They didn't trade Patrick Laine. Now it's a question of, now they really just got to sign him, right? Like, you don't want to be trading his rights to somebody or something like that. That'd be terrible. I have to figure they got a line on signing him, but, I mean, he hasn't played well since he's been there. Yeah, Flames are really bad. And, yeah, we'll see lots of changes in Calgary in the offseason, I'm sure. No doubt about that. Jack Roslovich is only getting 13 minutes for Columbus. I just wanted to look here. Tessier looks good. Tessier is one of the few Columbus Blue Jackets that I saw last night that looks like he's playing. Oliver Bjorkstrand as well. They had a lot of new guys. Jay Doon I don't even know who that is. So they're playing their kids. Gavin Bayreuther got another game, 17 minutes last night, and Lettinen, who's been a young guy they've been grooming for quite some time. But really looking bad for Columbus. Florida, Bennett had 19 minutes last night. Mason Marchment got hurt last night. That's going to hurt for them. Bye-bye D'Angelo. Yeah, what's going on? What's going to happen with him? Think he goes to the KHL? More than likely, I figure, right? KHL bound. I don't know. I mean, if the KHL will take Volkov, they'll take just about anybody. Sergei Gusev, he looked not bad. So Florida brings in all these guys that are like basically thrown out from other teams and makes them look good. You got to figure Quenneville gets. I'm sticking with Quenneville now for the Adams this year. Yeah, it's too bad. He's a good talent, but I mean, apparently, and Spencer Knight was in net last night. I got to talk about that. Spencer Knight was that his first game? And that was his first night, right? Spencer Knight gets a shutout. Was it a shutout? Yeah, it must have been an empty netter there. And Korpisalo was brutal. Okay, as far as standings are concerned, Columbus is way out of it. Columbus is the worst in the Central now. Detroit has taken them out. Cam Atkinson's been all right, yeah. KHL took Semin, yeah. Yeah, they take just about everybody there in the K. But Florida is ahead of Tampa Bay now and right on the heels of Carolina. Actually got the same amount of points, but Carolina's got 2 games in hand. Wouldn't that be amazing if Florida wins the Central? Like, I really didn't see that coming. Professor Joe Boric, he was the one that really, he had Florida in the summer. Sports Fanatic News, check them out. Yeah, against a tanking Blue Jacket team. Good spot to put him in. But he did look really good. Okay, I guess we better get to our other games. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, get to our other games. Oh, Brandon Montour played 20 minutes last night. Looked pretty good, too. They'll probably make him into a Norris winner now. I thought Florida was going to be close. I had them almost making it. But no, I didn't think they were going to be this good. Okay, we got a couple games to get through here, so we better get through it. The Stars versus the Red Wings. I won't talk much about this game. I was just really surprised that Bernier didn't have a great game. I had Detroit PL on this. And the under wasn't the best pick for me. Jason Robertson got another one last night. He got an assist last night. Man, he looks amazing. He is flying. Jamie Alexiak potted one last night. But I won't go too far into this. It was just sad to see Bernier not play well. And Jason Ottinger played really well. That guy's possibly going to be a Vezina candidate in the next little while, which leads you to wonder what they're going to do with Bishop and, the other guy. Hudobin. Vatanen played again last night, 19 minutes. Yeah, it's going to make things interesting for sure. They can't trade Bishop. I imagine they'll trade Hudobin. Assuming Bishop can continue his career. I mean, he's been injured so often, it's crazy. Kiro scored a goal. He hasn't scored a goal in a very long time. He never really played much. He played in Chicago a couple of years ago, and now he's getting another chance and looking pretty good for Dallas. But once those injuries come back, he'll probably won't be anymore. Yeah. Okay, we got to talk about the game. The Kings-Ducks game, not much to talk about. The big game is really the Toronto-Vancouver game. And the Maple Leafs did outshoot the Canucks 40-29. They did outplay them, but wow, did Rittich have a bad night last night. He looked terrible. And what I find with Rittich is he gets down on himself way too easy. They got to work on him psychologically. He's got the tools, but once he gets down on himself, it just goes straight downhill from there. And I certainly went straight downhill. There was one that went under his pad there. It was like, where were you there, buddy? Like, he was way off timing. And it's hard because goaltending position is one of the hardest ones. But the fact of the matter is, you only have so many goaltenders in the NHL for a reason. And you got to be way better than Rittich was last night to win games. And then Toronto now is stuck in a situation where I believe Campbell's injured. They got to hope that Campbell can get back to where he was when he was winning 10 in a row. If Campbell goes to his, just above average self when he comes back and you've only got Rittich, that could be the undoing of Toronto this year. Kirill the Thrill. Who's that? Tell me the full name there. It's not coming to me. Oh, he was really hot. Yeah, I bet you he was. Hot Takes Hockey, big Leafs fan. He would have been just absolutely all over him. Yeah, probably. I bet you Calgary was like that. Thanks for taking him off our hands. We didn't know what to do with him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good too. Sharagovich. I remembered his name. Jack Campbell's playing tomorrow. Oh, that's good to know. Sharangovich, yeah. Oh, Kirill Kaprizov. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, that kid is insane. Johnny Tavares got 2 last night. Brandon Sutter scored 1. Besser looked really good. Quinn Hughes potted 1 last night. Hoglander again, right back at her. Benning is really trying hard to have this team play poorly, but it's not working out. Like, he's making some really bad signings and stuff like that as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if you guys think so. But on the same note, they're bringing in some really good young players. It's a weird team. Tanner Pearson potted 2 last night after getting the big contract, $3.5 million. That contract won't look bad if Pearson can be like the 25 goal scorer we know Pearson can be. Whether that's going to be the case, I'm not sure because he's so inconsistent. It's crazy. Yeah, Kirill Kaprizov. Sandin played 16 minutes last night. I never noticed him much, but which is probably a good thing for a kid. Vancouver, who did they play? Oh, Highmore. They played 15 minutes last night. The guy they got for Gaudette, who probably will never put up many points in the NHL, but they're playing him. He's getting NHL time, which is good for him, making that NHL scratch. Horlock had a good game last night. I really like Horlock. I like him. I think he's got some upside. I thought that was a nice pickup. See, it's weird. He's got nice pickups that he has and stuff like that, and then he has contracts that are really bad. Benning, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, I will see. I don't know if he'll be quite so bad. He had a much better year this year so far. I bet you were mad. That's pretty embarrassing, losing to a team coming off of COVID 2 nights in a row. especially getting blown out the second one. And then Holtby played well. I did not see that coming again. 2 nights in a row he plays well. 37 of 40 shots. We already looked at the standings and what that did for Toronto. You know, they can get caught. They're right. There's Boston's right, or sorry, who was I talking? Let's look at the standings again. I forgot. Winnipeg's right on their tail, and they got to play Winnipeg twice now. Edmonton's not that far behind them. The way they're playing anyway is 5 points, and they've got 2 games in hand. So Toronto got to get themselves in gear here because there's teams coming up on them right away. And if they can stay in first, they get the opportunity to play Montreal, who I would not mind playing at all in the first round this year. Hire the Sedins. Okay, we got a couple minutes here. We'll go quickly to the LA game, although there wasn't much to talk about with that game. Both teams are pretty much out of it. Although I got to say, the LA Kings played hard last night. Really hard. I did not know Stolarz was going to be in net. That screwed me up. Stolarz, they went back to Stolarz again. They're giving him a shot. He played more like the Stolarz I'm used to last night. They got in there pretty good. Oh, really? The Nuge is back? Well, I'm all over Edmonton tonight then if Nuge is back for sure. Ducks outshot the Kings, which I find odd because it didn't seem like it last night from what I watched. But Athanasiou scored. LA is going to be okay. They got a lot of solid young players there. They're only playing Brandon Lemieux 6 minutes. I think Brandon Lemieux has a conditioning issue. Playing him 6 minutes a night. Hopefully in the summer they can get him well conditioned and come back because Brandon Lemieux actually has a lot of offensive talent, I find, anyways. But not much to talk about. We don't need to talk about the standings here. Bjornfurt was back last night. I didn't know that either. That's big for them. How did Dolan Anderson do last night? Didn't have a great night last night, Jason Dolan Anderson. Okay. Yeah, Hakanpää. And what a great pickup that was, too, again, by Carolina. Another character dude. They got so many character guys there. It's crazy. No, I don't think he's going to get traded in the offseason, especially after how they played as of late. I think that they'll definitely won't do that. Okay, after the break, we're going to do our picks. Oh, wait a sec. I keep on forgetting. Let's do the picks. Red Wings versus the Stars. Why do I forget this all the time? What was that score? It was 5-2 Stars, right? Yeah. CL had 5-1 Stars. He was the closest. Nobody had 5-2. Serrano had the Wings. Serrano did not have the greatest day in the world. Leafs 6-3 Canucks. Jacket had the Canucks yesterday. And so did CL, but nobody had the score right. But they got it. They picked up 2 points on the field. And then for the Kings, it was 4-1 Kings, and Weichel had 3-1 Kings. I had 4-3 Kings. Serrano, it had Ducks. And Avatar had 2-1 Kings. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go to a break, then we're going to come back. There's only 4 games we're doing for our picks. So we'll be talking about a lot of other stuff than just picks because we'll have a lot of time to do it. But we'll get to it after a word from our sponsors. See you in about 3 to 4 minutes.
Greetings. This is Steel Flyers from the Steel Flyers All Sports Network, and we have two very special guests. We are delighted to be joined by Tracy Musser and Nicole Howard from the Canine Country Club Resorts. Tracy and Nicole are both managers for CCC Resorts and work at the Windsor or at the club, one of two locations both in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on your 30th year anniversary of being in business. Let me start off by saying this. Steel Flyer stands behind this company 100%. Taking care of Steel Flyer's furry friend for the last 2 years now, and they are a one-stop shop for everything your furry friend needs. In fact, let's find out what our friends at CCC Resorts offer. Nicole, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. What are some of the great boarding services that you guys offer, and what do we have to do in order to get our furry friends taken care of when we are unable to travel with them?
Well, we like to bring everybody in for a tour first. That way they can see the behind the scenes, they can see where they stay, they can see where they play, and then we explain all of the fun things that we can add on to their reservation, whether it be one of our packages, either a nature walk, a ball time, or even a cuddle time.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Boy, it sure sounds like a resort to me. So how are you today, Tracy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Tracy, tell me, is it true that you guys have both an indoor and an outdoor pool at the Windsor location?
It is true. We've got one of each, so we're able to offer year-round swimming. The indoor pool is a great option for dogs who are swimming for therapy or rehab. It's got that sloped entry so they can wade into the water. Our outdoor pool is a little bit larger, and it's 4 foot deep the whole way across. And both of them are saltwater pools, so it's really easy on the dog's skin and coat.
Wow, that's very awesome. So then during the summer months, you have a much deeper pool outside and then a sloped entry shallow pool indoors for the dogs. Tracy, tell the folks how we can get some pool time.
Well, the first thing everyone does is come for an intro swim. We use that time to make sure the dog is comfortable in the water. We make sure they know how to get out of the pool safely, and we go over all the pool rules and etiquette with the clients as well. After that, they're able to schedule private appointments where they have the pool to themselves, or they can invite friends and have a whole group swim going on.
So after a dip in the pool, then it would have to be off to the groomers, right? I mean, our furry friends cannot go out looking their best. Nicole, what are some of the great services your top-notch groomers provide?
Our groomers, they specialize in full service grooms. We can do the basics, whether it be just a bath and a brush out or a blowout. Or for the extra pampered pooches, we can do nail dremels, we can do deodorizing soaks, and also facials.
Wow, man, that sounds like a resort if you ask me. Tracy, I know one of the main programs here at CCC Resorts is the WAGS program. The Steel Flyers dog is enrolled in this program. So why don't you tell the folks what is involved in this and how they can get enrolled?
Yeah, the WAGS program is our primary daycare option at the Windsor. It's designed to be a structured program for people who are looking for a set routine for their dog. They all come on the same days each week, which allows them to have set friends, and we know exactly what's going on with each group. So we do a little bit more activities, and we build more into their daily routine there. But we've got other daycare options as well for people looking for a little less commitment. We do an hourly care where you can drop them off and just pay by the hour. We also do a day stay option, which is great for the dogs that prefer human friends instead of making friends with other dogs. And then we have a traditional daycare option as well if you're looking for the occasional outing for your dog.
Wow, there you have it. A full service groomer, a daycare program, and an indoor and outdoor pool. What more could you ask for? Sure seems like CCC Resorts has everything covered. Remember, DOG, depend on God.
Hello, everybody. We're back. We are back. Okay, hope you enjoyed that fine sponsor for all your doggies out there. Yeah. Okay, we only have 4 games tonight, so we're gonna have lots of time to talk about all kinds of stuff. You had the King's jacket, sweet. So now that you've seen Boston for the next little while, what do you figure? You think Boston can now turn everything around and become the great team that they always thought they could? I wonder if off the wall John thinks so. How do you like Taylor Hall now in Boston? Sorry, I had a little bit of something in my throat there. What's sad? 6 is no time at all out of 60. What was that? What was that about? I read that and I didn't know what you were saying there. 6 6 minutes, yeah, for Lemieux. I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what it is with that guy because he's got talent, man. There's no doubt about it. He lost favor in the Rangers. He was friends with D'Angelo too. They used to do podcasts together, so he might have even asked for a trade behind the scenes there, possibly. So anybody that's new in here, what we're going to be doing, and we'll be talking about the games a lot because there's only 4 games tonight. You think Hall has improved the team a great deal, and Rask in net makes them so hard to beat? I'm going to go so far as to say that they make it to the finals possibly. I agree. They could very well make it to the finals this year. That's a lot of teams to beat, though. And I'm still not sold on their defense. That's really still my concern. As far as depth scoring, though, they look a lot better than they ever have in a long time. So that'll be good. If they play the Islanders, that's going to be a really interesting game. Lauren, so you're going to make picks for us, Lauren? All you got to do is pick the team and what the score is, and you get points, and you can get fabulous prizes. I hope Hockey News Reports has sent it. He has not sent it yet. Okay. We'll get these updated standings eventually. Leafs will win the cup this year? I can't see it. Maybe it's just because of how are they going to do with that goaltending? I just can't see it. I can't see the Leafs doing it this year. They need healthy Anderson playing at the top of his game, or I guess one of their goaltenders to just go off. Yeah, just wait. We got to do when we do the games, then you can put your picks up. Yeah, if Boston gets Carlo back, they will get Carlo back. That'll be a huge help for them. They are a much better team with Carlo in the lineup, for sure. Totally agree with you there. Okay, I guess we'll talk about the games a lot as we do the picks here. Yeah, that's the thing. And that's, if the Leafs win now, it's a surprise. That's the thing. At one time in the year, I think a lot of people had the Leafs winning the cup. But now it seems like a very unlikely, I guess after the 2 losses to Vancouver, maybe give them a little bit of time to find their game again or whatever they got to do. But at this point, it looks very unlikely that the Leafs pull a cup out of their butt this year, for sure. Should be interesting what they do next year. If they have, if goaltending is the issue, I wonder what they're going to do next year. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Leafs defense is pretty poor. I have to agree. Brody, I wasn't really a fan of that signing. I don't think he's that great. Yeah, I don't. Oh, did you send me the updated standings? Hockey News Reports. So we can show everybody the standings now. Because we got lots of time to do the games today. So. so I can show them while we're doing our picks here. Yeah, Lauren's in the house. I know, pretty cool, eh? We haven't seen Lauren for a while. Yeah, I don't see them. They're going to have to upgrade their defense in the offseason. I thought Sandine would be playing more by now. Okay, I better get to the games. People are putting up scores already. Okay, Predators versus Blackhawks. I haven't been looking at who's in net. Oh yeah, right here. I got it over here now because left wing lock. Okay, let me update the. Oh my gosh, Corner is going to be in net for San Jose tonight. Ouch. It's going to be. Where is the? There it is. Subban is confirmed. Oh my gosh. Predators versus Blackhawks with Subban in net, and they haven't said for. I have a feeling they might throw Rene in here. Maybe we do have an over here. Maybe we do have an over here after all, actually. Bill T has 4-3 Preds. Avatar. If you're new here, you just tell me who's going to win. Just look at the chat. What they're doing, just do that. Don't take their picks, but you know what I mean. 4-2 Hawks for Avatar. 2-2 OT. Okay, so 3-2 Preds. 3-2 Preds and OT for a jacket. Serrano. Four 3 Hawks in OT. Weichel. 2-1 Preds. Mercer going big. 6-5 Hawks. Wow. Not giving a score, why not? Hockey News Reports has 5-4 Hawks. Did you send me the updated standings, H&R? If you could do that, that would be great. Everybody's on the edge of their seat. They want to know who's winning. Yeah, there was a lot of injuries last night. Too many to count. And Perlo, I'm sticking with Preds. I'm going 4-2 Preds. Oh, did you send them? Okay, let me see here. There we go. Got them. Okay. Now I'll go like this, and I'll open up my window. Ooh, it's starting to be a bit of a runaway here. Just wait till you see this. There we go. Okay. We have CL is in the lead. Oh, no, sorry, he's not. I got to scroll down on my thing. Or is he? No, Mercer's in the lead. Mercer's got 94 points. Seattle's got 83 points. Oh, I got to do that too. Got to see the points on the top there. Yeah, that's how the points work. Mercer's got 2 5-pointers. Seattle's got 3 5-pointers. I'm in third back by a lot. Then Hockey News Reports, Jacket, Sasha, Steele, Serrano. Steele, oh, they should be ahead. Serrano and Avatar should be up here, but that's okay. Mike, LaRose, and then everybody down. Hook has got, oh, we got some more down here. Bill T's got 19. CL's giving you a run for your money, Mercer. Absolutely. Mercer's been on fire. Let me shut off my window capture though. And we're back. Okay. And so there you go. You got your standings. That's okay. Oh, shoot. That's okay, buddy. We'll catch it. We figured it out. No biggie. He's coming. CL's coming for ya. He's going to catch ya. Next game. Wild versus Coyotes. Wild E. Coyote. Now, I haven't seen who's in net for this one either. So far, Talbot is confirmed. Kemper is not confirmed yet. That's a bit concerning based on how often Kemper gets hurt. As far as injuries are concerned, I don't think there's any major injuries here. No, Minnesota's not injured really. Who are they playing? Coyotes. And the Coyotes, oh yeah, the Garland is injured. They have more injuries. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you guys got here. You're coming for me? Okay. Hockey News Reports has 4-3 OT Wild. Jacket also has 4-3 Arizona. Ooh. CL said Preds 4-3. Oh, CL said 4-3 Preds for the last one. Okay. Avatar 5-3 Wild. Serrano 3-2 Wild. Yeah, Bill Guerin is fantastic for the Wild. He's did some great moves there. Whiteshell has 2-1 Minnesota. Okay. Am I missing anybody else? Yeah, go get the 7 points. You got to catch up on these guys now, for sure. Yeah, it seems like they like Guerin's plan, whatever that is there. Mercer, 4-3 Wild. It'd be interesting to see what he does. They're still kind of middle of the pack team, and that's been their problem for a long time. They weren't able to get really good draft picks. they would just barely make the playoffs and then one game and out. And they're still really that team right now. So, yeah, he missed 10 days or 4 days. How many days? 10 days, yeah. Sorry, I did Bill T for. No, I didn't get yours, CL. 5-3 Wild. No, I didn't get yours, CL. Where is yours? Were you the first one? Oh, yeah, I got the Preds. But I haven't got your pick for this one, CL. I can't see you. Where did you put it? Oh, 4-1 Wild. There we go. And I can't see Kemper having back-to-back bad games. I mean, he didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a great game. I'm going to go for the shutout. 3-0 Wild. I'm going to say Talby gets a shutout. You don't like the team name? Wild? Hey, Peyton on the radio. Hype in the chat. Peyton on the radio's in the house. How you doing, Peyton? Sweet. Peyton's going to be on tomorrow, maybe? No, Kemper isn't confirmed yet. If he's not confirmed, then that score's not going to work. But if he's not in, I probably have a different score. But I'm assuming that he'll be in. I don't think, is he on the injury thing? Where's my injuries? Here we are. No, he's not. He's not supposed to be injured, I don't think. No, but Connor Garland is. That's a big loss. What does it have? He's questionable. On the road to finishing school. Yes, you are. That's freaking awesome. Okay, next game. We only got 2 more games to do. Should be a really big one here. Oh, not that one. Oh, well. Sharks versus the Golden Knights. And Kolasar, or whatever his name is, going to be in net for the Sharks. So this could be ugly. This could be an ugly game. Well, how do you say his name again? Joseph Kornar or Kornosh. Usually when he's in net and Fleury is likely. Like, what? How? If San Jose wins that game, I'll be blown away. I hate to give everybody their picks, but I'm sure they know. Somebody going to go off the board here and pick up, take San Jose. Or he already cleaned him 2 weekends ago. It's about time he does him again, though. Avatar 6-1 Vegas or 6-1 Vegas. Yeah, here comes the hot take. Hockey News reports 6-3 Sharks. That would be crazy. Sharks, Serrano does that all the time. He goes for the biggest goats ever. 3-2 Sharks. The only way that Vegas wins this is if they just totally party the night before, or loses this, I mean, is if they party night before or something like that. Like, I just can't see any way. 7-1 vegan. Mercer, 7-3. That sounds about right. You got this one, Serrano? Okay, we'll see. Jacket, 5-2 Vegas. Yeah, they got to be like, just put down the bottle and go play. Yeah, Vegas wins tonight, they clinch a playoff spot. So not only are they playing San Jose with a goaltender that's not NHL caliber, they are motivated to win it too. Peyton's 5-3 Vegas. Bill T. 4-2 Vegas. I'm starting to become more and more of a Vegas fan. I don't know. I really like their team. I love Stone. I love Peter Angelo. Fleury is one of my favorite players. Tuck. I like so many of their players on their team. Two out of the three of my, or out of four of my favorite players play for Vegas. Stone and Fleury. Yeah. You think they'll take Bedard? You think Bedard's going to be the one that goes first? Not Beniers or Power? Yeah, they are definitely tanking, no doubt about it. By putting Cornash in tonight, they are definitely tanking. They just need 1 point, yeah. Yeah, Krebs. Krebs is coming in. They've drafted well, although Glass hasn't really panned out very well so far. Yeah, but what are you going to sell in Vegas? Or San Jose? I don't know what you're going to sell. You can't sell Carlson. You can't sell Burns, I don't think. Oh, 223. Okay, right. Bedard is 223. I'm thinking of that other defenseman that's like that. His name is like that. It's not Bedard. Yeah, that would save them maybe. They get a superstar guy like that. Yeah, the 2023 draft is going to be insane. But how are they? I mean, they're not going to be able to pick up draft picks, though. I just, like, they picked up some fourth rounders doing that little thing where they basically were a loan shark. They took some cap from somebody else and stuff like that. I doubt that. I think the Sabres will be better next year, unless they win the lotto. And the lotto is going to be different next year. Wonder if Ottawa is bad again next year and gets them, that'll be the end of that rebuild. They can sell Hurdle. They can sell Meyer. You might find somebody to pick up Couturier if you really just really burn it down. But then you've got some really unhappy players. Carlson. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that, though. I don't think they're going to sell it off like that. I think they're going to try to add. No, I don't think anybody's taking Burns unless you go like take. How much does he have left on his salary? Yeah, well, nobody wanted him at the trade deadline apparently because he said he'd be willing to move on. But can't trade Marc-Edouard Vlasic. No way. Nobody's touching that. We'll see. I mean, at least the energy's different there. With the Sabres, you got some decent pieces there. But, yeah, it still looks like they're a ways away for sure. If they try to go off and start signing free agents again, that would not be smart. Yeah, they can retain 50. How many more years does he have, though? Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still got lots of years left. I mean, I suppose it's possible, I guess. I don't know who might want him. He's still, even at $4 million, he's still 36 years old. He's going to be 40 by the end of that. LeBanc, possibly, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with that team. Yeah, he's a UFA when he's 40. I mean, he's pretty much there for good. Yeah, but like I said, who's going to take that contract? Even at $4 million, you're still going to be, by the time he's 40, what's Burns going to be? Okay. Yeah, we might as well go into our last game. I think you got to sell everything off. And then Carlson and them, they're going to have to just work through a rebuild. That's all you can do. You sell off Hurdle, you can get a decent package for him. He's only got 2 years left. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's still going to take him at $4 million. I don't know. I could be wrong, but you're not going to get much back for him for sure. Leafs would take him. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Yes. Nuge, Dre, and okay, we'll go to that game now then. We'll go to our final game and then we'll just chat afterwards. The Canadiens versus the Oilers. Allen will be in net for the Canadiens. Allen will be in net for the Canadiens. And Mike Smith is likely. Mike Smith should probably be in. Yep. San Jose's owner is stupid for taking. I'm pretty sure that was not Wilson's idea. Almost positive of that. Bill T is taking 5-0 Oilers. Jacket has got 3-2 Edmonton. Avatar 4-3 in OT. Whitechill 5-1 Edmonton. Mercer 4-2 Oilers. Bill T. 5-0 Oilers. HNR 6-3 Oilers. Peyton just barely scraping by here. 3-2 Oilers in OT. Six-three Vegas, 4-2 Oilers for CL. I didn't do a pick for Vegas. Yeah. He's having a good year. He's not a great defenseman, but he's not bad this year. I didn't make my pick, so Perlo. I'll go 5-1 Vegas. And for the Oilers game, I got to go the Oilers too, right? I don't trust Allen. I'm going to go 4-1 Oilers. Oh, implicit. Wow. Implicit's in the house. What's your, I did not see your prediction. Let me see if I can find it here, implicit. Implicit. 7-0 Edmonton. McDavid and Draisaitl have 13 points combined. Oh my gosh, yeah, we should have talked about that. That jersey is absolutely horrible. Just imagine if Dallas played the Red Wings, the Stars played the Red Wings, and they both wore their reverse retro jerseys. It would be like nobody was in the arena. Nobody was on the ice. The puck would be moving and you wouldn't be able to see anything. What a terrible... Those are two terrible jerseys. OT for you, Joey Serrano? Oh, what is yours, Serrano? I don't think I have it here. What did you pick, Serrano? I don't see it. How come oh, Serrano, 4-3 Oilers OT. Good thing you mentioned that because I missed you. I don't know. The Canadians just haven't impressed me. Yeah, I got it. 4-3 OT. Yeah, gotcha. The Canadians haven't impressed me at all, even after the coaching change and all of that. I don't know. You never wonder what they're going to do next year. They're the most interesting team. At the very least, Montreal is the most interesting team. They add players that you never know what they're going to add. Did I see what we had to say about Philly? No, I did not see that. Let me see if I can check it up here. It doesn't say anything here. I'm trying to look for it. No, I don't see it. What did he say? I wish you could say something because I imagine it'd be long to type it out, but I didn't hear what we had to say about it. When did he say it? Well, I think for Claude Julien, it might have been a mercy fire. Is the other coach doing much better? Not really. And really, when it comes right down to it with Montreal, the elephant in the room, which means like the thing nobody wants to talk about, is goaltending is their problem. Price has not been good this year. They did everything for Price. They brought in guys like Edmondson, Romanoff. They changed their defense around. They brought in forwards that are pretty good defensively, sort of, I guess. They fired the coach. They hired a new goalie coach in Burke, and still, he doesn't look good. I don't know if are they going to hire another coach? I don't know. You never know with Montreal what they're going to do. Seriously, I don't think Julien's a bad coach. So I don't think and obviously the coach they took didn't do much better. So how does Bergevin still have a job? Answer me that. So. Who's going to take him, though? Right? Like, yeah, he would definitely have to play better. Nobody's taking that. You'd have to eat a whole bunch of salary, and that's the tough part in Montreal. Price was supposed to be, the savior there, and they gave him the big contract, thinking, okay, well, we never have to worry about goaltending again, but they do. Because the goaltending hasn't been good. You fire Julien, but, again, you have poor goaltending. What do you do? Yeah. Yeah, obviously they like him. For whatever reason, I don't know what the big deal is there because, the team's not getting better. And he's made a lot of questionable moves and stuff like that for quite a while now. And, they finally did start drafting a couple guys with Suzuki and Kokoniemi. I think really Montreal, the only thing they can do is just let those two kids grow and give her a shot next year with what they got. They're another year older, another year stronger. Suzuki looks like he's going to be a dynamite number one center, and Kokoniemi, looks like he could be a second line center. But that's really that's the two problems. They got a 1-2 center. They're too young, too green in the center position, and goaltending. He figured that the players had, they traded Pacioretty for Suzuki. That was a nice trade. Turned out pretty good, anyways. They got Suzuki, and who else did they get in that? I think they got a first too for Pacioretty. No, that won't work. No way Patrick Waugh is going to be a general manager or a coach in Montreal. No way. No way would that work. Patrick Waugh's got to do it his way, and that's it. He proved that in Colorado. When they wouldn't trade Barry, that was ultimately what he made up his mind that he wasn't going to be coming back. He wanted Barry traded for over a year, and they never did trade him while he was there. Jacques Martin might as well. I don't think he'll go back to Montreal anyways after what happened when he left. Yeah, probably not. Tatar, Suzuki, and a second-round pick. Is he doing well in Norlander? He's doing well in this hot SHL. That's good. No, I don't think they're gonna. No, I don't think anybody's taking Price right now. Honestly, I don't think anybody's taking Price right now, and there's too much salary to retain. You got to hope he turns it around. That's all you can do with that deal, as far as I'm concerned, anyways. The only other thing that I could see is that they give up a first-round draft pick and try to pawn him off to Seattle. He's from Vancouver. It wouldn't be far away from home. Give up a first, but then you got to fill. Then you got to get another goaltender anyways, though. I don't think Price can be moved. I really don't. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see. I mean, Montreal hasn't did well with prospects too much up until Suzuki and how's Cal Fleury doing down there? Who else do they have on their roster that's a prospect? Evans, not bad. But for a long time there, they couldn't hit a first-round draft pick to save their life. AHL Penguins coach, do you know his name? Do you want to bring in a first-time coach to that? I mean, like I said, I have no idea. Because if he has to be French-Canadian, don't ask me. I don't know who they're going to take now. There's Boucher. Wonder where he's now. He tried it, and he was in Ottawa and Tampa Bay. He's a very defensive coach. Rubs players the wrong way. I can't remember what his first name is, but I know players have not been a fan of playing with him in the past, playing for him in the past. So he's a big X's and O's guy. I don't see how you can bring AV back, really. And then Chuck Fletcher's got one swing at the cat, and then they're probably looking for another GM too. I don't know. I don't think it's been updated at all when the Avalanche are coming back. I doubt it. Ryan Palin's probably a fourth liner, though. Let me look up the Laval Rocket. Let me look up the AHL. I was just looking at, I like to look at the AHL stats a lot. I look them up all the time. I like to see who's doing well in there. Stats, player stats. Laval Rocket. Okay. Jordan Whale is leading them in points in 21 and 25 games. Palin does have 19 points in 25 games. Maybe he will have some offense to his game. He was a late first-round draft pick. Raphael Pinard, 18 points in 27 games. He's a left winger. How old is he? When was he? He's only 5'9", 173 pounds. When was he drafted? How old is he, too? He was born in 99, so he's 23, 24 years old. Not looking like an NHL caliber player. Sorry, bud. Mike Felucci. Okay, yeah, maybe. Like I said, I'm not sure about coaches that, are in the minors and working them way up and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, so they can have cap room, you mean? You never know. You never know. I thought about that when it happened. What other guy did you say? Hockey News Reports. You said Palin, Pinard, Yolonen. Okay. Oh, Josh Brook. Defenseman, got 13 points in 24 games. I don't know. It might be not his skill set to get points. It's from Roblin, Manitoba. I know where that is. My parents are from Manitoba. 6'2", 192, 23. No, 22 years old. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play. I think he looks like he could be okay. I would say out of the guys you mentioned, Palin and Brook have the best chance for sure. But, I mean, they don't have guys like ripping down the walls to play right now. It's not like their prospect pool is not loaded up, that's for sure. To win the Calder? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, I thought $7 million was steep, but then he had the first year I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong. But now, this year, not so much. Now it seems steep, yeah. Fletcher has had a history of overpaying players, for sure. I mean, those two contracts for Suter and Parise, I mean, they're not hurting them quite yet. Parise's is starting to a bit. But Suter's isn't. That guy's just got longevity for days. Mike Babcock. That would be funny. Just imagine Mike Babcock there. Wow. No way. He would never, they would never take Babcock. First of all, he's not French. And he has his own mind. And, oh, no, I don't think that's going to work. Gustafsson for a $3 million contract was pretty bad. Pretty bad. And the Flyers Nitty Gritty, by the way, that's part of the Steel Flyers Network too. Go check them out, Flyers Nitty Gritty. Also, you know what's really cool if you're into Flyers? It's Hockey Writers Inc. with Lance and Steele. They put out a show every once in a while. That is a really good show. They just had Soderstrom. Remember Soderstrom, the goaltender? They just had Soderstrom on there. They get big names. It's a cool podcast and videos. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing contracts. Pat Burns. Bring back Patty Burns. I'm pretty sure Patty Burns has got different things to do in his life right now than coach the Montreal Canadiens, I would imagine. I'm not saying better, but different. But it looks like we've got to that time, my friends. It's do you watch Hockey Writer Inc? Oh, that is a great show. It is freaking awesome. You got to check it out. Yeah, for sure. The Bowmans, smartest people in hockey, and yeah. Okay, guys, I got to get going. I got to pick up the little lady and all of that. I'll be back here tomorrow, though. We'll have 4 games, and then I'm sure there's a bigger slate tomorrow. Chris Nyland, yeah. So make sure to check out, I don't know who's doing what tonight. If John from Off the Wall is live tonight, he's been going hard every day almost, so he might have a day off today. I don't know. But we'll do it all again tomorrow. We'll be talking lots of hockey. We'll be doing our picks and updated standings, I'm sure. Have a great day, everybody. That's been our show. Take care. Okay. Oh, yeah. There will be Frolic. Okay. Bye.